Got a report on a new BYU target in the portal from Robbie McCombs. Shout out at RT McCombs on Twitter. Dominick Harris, UCLA transfer, is visiting BYU. Dominick Harris is an interesting player, an interesting option for BYU. I got to be honest, this one caught me a little bit by surprise when this report came out that BYU is hosting Dominick Harris because he was a disaster at UCLA last year. He averaged 1.1 points a game in 7 minutes a game in only 11 appearances last year. It looked an awful lot like his 2 years at Gonzaga, where he started his college career, where he averaged 3 points a game and 1 point a game in two different seasons at Gonzaga, never playing more than 7 minutes a game. He had one good season in his college basketball career right now. That was as a junior at Loyola Marymount when he went down a program level in the WCC, and he was really good there. 14 points a game, 45% from three. So clearly there's a role-playing sniper three-point shooter in there somewhere, but it hasn't come at any high level of college basketball, and he's had plenty of chances to show it before now. For what it's worth, BYU apparently has wanted Dominick Harris before because this is the third consecutive offseason that BYU has hosted Dominick Harris on a visit, and he did not end up choosing BYU the first two times. Maybe it's different this time, but is BYU going to finally get their guy after 5 years of Dominick Harris underwhelming in college? What's your reaction to this as a target for the Cougars?
Why? Just why? I mean, look, I'm not. I really don't understand it, to be honest with you. I think that Dominic Harris has shown that he could be a good player at the mid-major level and has had three full seasons to prove that he can be a high major contributor and has flopped in all three of those chances. So not everyone is a high major contributor. There's no like shame in being like he was really good at Loyola Marymount, man. Like 42% from the field, 40 almost 45% from three, average 15 points a game. Like he was good there. I just don't see it, translating to the high major level.
Yeah,
It hasn't.
your point's a good one, right? There's no shame in like just being what you are. He's a low major player to at least mid major player. I don't think he's a rotation guy on a high major. That's been pretty clear at this point. Now maybe the belief is like Kevin Young is special and has an offensive system that like can make bad players look good. I think to an extent he made a lot of guys look better than their ability last season. But we also saw it not work for certain guys. Like the system really wasn't a good fit with Cannon Catchings, who seemed like the most talented kid in the world that would have been perfect for that system. So I don't know. The only thing that can make this make sense for me is this. I mean, obviously, it's a guy who's been interested at minimum in the place. We hear all the time about how BYU is a special place, special community, Provo, all that. It's not just committing to a coach or a pro, it's like the whole community. Dominick Harris has at least been interested enough to visit a bunch of times that, like, you feel like you have a leg up as a starting point. At the same time, like, how many times can one person turn you down before you're just like, yeah, I'm good here? It kind of feels like the ex crawling back to the girl that broke up with them. Like this dude turns you down a bunch of times. Why do you want him again? You know? We interrupt this sleepers video to tell you about an offer from Underdog Fantasy. Cart, you love Underdog Fantasy, correct?
Of course I do. Can I have a moment real quick?
Please. Thank you for that. In fact, I'm going to cut you off because our listeners like when we keep these short and sweet. Underdog Fantasy. Sign up as a new user. Use promo code SLEEPERS. Get bonus funds up to $1,000, 50% of your deposit match. The NBA playoffs are rocking right now. I played Underdog last week with a Cade Cunningham line. I'm looking forward to doing it throughout the entire first round of the NBA playoffs, but there's more. You can place picks on golf. You can place picks on baseball. You can place picks on the NHL playoffs that are rocking right now. Join Underdog Fantasy, promo code SLEEPERS. Support this show so that we can keep bringing videos to you. Back to the video.
Like also like I'm saying, it ain't the baddie turning you down either.
Right,
Like if he wants to turn you down, let him turn you down.
right. Um, th- can I do my best to like put my Provo hat on and make a case for this?
Yes.
Who's your star next year?
AJ Devanza,
Who's your second best player next year?
Richie Saunders,
Who's your third best player next year?
Rob Wright.
What do those three guys have in common besides their pockets?
What do those three guys have in common?
What do they need?
The ball.
The ball. A lot of the ball. So if you are trying to build a roster that is going to somehow stay happy, let alone be good, think you've got to surround those three with guys that are perfectly content to not have the ball and still provide value on the floor.
Is he content not having the ball?
I think so.
I think that's it. I think he wants it.
See, I think when he's on the court, he's only there to space the floor, and he doesn't have any false expectations on what he can or cannot do.
Hmm. Yeah,
But
that might be true.
I think there's better floor spacers than him
That
to swear.
ain't the way his dad tweets.
No.
Yeah, he's I mean he ain't Mrs. he ain't April, but he's got a little Mama Cadeau in him.
I see. I don't know the history there. I'm unaware.
Yeah, I'm disgusted that I do know the history.
Okay, so now that I've put my Provo hat on, can I now put my as a BYU supporter, this terrifies me hat on and make a point?
Yes, of course.
So yesterday the reports came out that well, it wasn't a report, it was speculation from Goodman that Kentucky is actually the highest spending team. Nobody's touching them in terms of NIL, not even BYU. Dion and I kind of chuckled at that. We were like, yeah, give us a month because Kentucky's just done with their $12 million roster. BYU has 10 million in three players, and we need six more players. We're going to get there. Maybe not,
Mm.
because this
Mm.
ad does scream, we're out of money.
This is a I'm out of money ad for sure.
It's the first poor move I've seen Kevin Young make at BYU.
We don't like that.
No.
But maybe it's like we got to be humble still.
Remember your roots?
Yeah, like little poorness.
Yeah,
The
maybe.
poor, the poor toe.
I thought Kevin Young transcended poor.
It's like it's like that show where the boss like dresses up as the worker.
Undercover boss.
Yeah.
How
So
is this like that?
I don't know.
what? What are you even going for with that?
I thought undercover boss is like when the boss like acts like a poor person.
Oh, yeah, kinda.
Yeah, that's what Young's doing.
Okay. So he's just like he's pretending he's poor
Yeah, like he's on the street panhandling and then hops into his Mercedes to go home.
for the sake of scaring his employees or what exactly?
Well, I'm still working through that.
Okay. We'll figure that out and report back to you. Good luck, BYU, in your pursuit of a guy no other high major wants.